Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to another live. If it's your first time here, my name is Michael. I'm a retired Marine, Corps veteran, world traveler, and some of you who have spent many years living outside the United States understand when I say enjoying the thing they call freedom. All right. So if you're new to the live, type new in the comment if you don't mind, and tell me where you're watching from. And today's topic is one of many questions I get, and it's becoming very, I want to say it's gaining more attraction each and every day now. And we're going to talk about why so many Americans are choosing to leave the United States and live overseas. All right, live abroad. Now, this isn't anything where I'm going to be talking about one country is better than the other country, or other countries are better than the United States of America. By far, I would have to disagree and say that it's not. I don't think there's any other country better than the red, white, and blue, the United States of America. And not just because I'm from there, but I've traveled to enough countries to understand some of the things that we take for granted in our country may be a little bit more expensive, but some of the conveniency that we do have, I must say, is definitely outweighs a lot of other countries. All right. So this conversation, this topic this morning is not about what's better, what country is the best to live in, what country is better. It's simply to talk about some of the things that I researched and found out why a lot of people are leaving United States of America. All right. And everyone has their sole purpose or reason why they may choose to leave, and why so many people at one point in time was, flocking to get to the United States. Because if the United States was so bad, there wouldn't have been so many people trying to come into the country, and still is. All right. So let's get that let's get that out the way. All right. It's about understanding why people make the decision and sharing what we personally experience, living abroad. So if this may sound interesting to you, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the follow button, and let's jump in and have a great discussion. All right. Feel free to drop your comments or your questions in the comment section, guys. Make sure you follow this channel, this page here, and make sure you go down to my TikTok store in my main page down below, Loving Freedom with one E and one M on freedom. And that's where you'll find my showcase, TikTok showcase store over on my main Loving Freedom TikTok page, guys. All right. Just want you guys to be able to take advantage of a lot of products, healthy products, electronic products, whatever you see suitable for your needs. I may have it down in my TikTok shop showcase. All right. So check it out. I appreciate you. Now, we're going to talk about why this conversation matters. All right. Why this conversation matters. This topic isn't just about retirement anymore. It's not about retiring, because I've seen numerous of young people, older people around the world that has taken that decision to step out and travel and live abroad to see different things in life. I've seen people from age of 18, 20-year-old branching out and traveling the world, working remotely. And that's a topic for another discussion, because it's becoming a little bit more harder nowadays as the international laws are changing for people that's working overseas internationally and working remotely, because they are changing their laws the way they look at the way people are traveling and living overseas, living abroad, and working international. I know Vietnam just rolled out a couple of days ago They're looking at content creators that's over gathering content in Vietnam. This is very important, guys. So listen up, especially for my content creators that may be traveling to Vietnam or already might be in Vietnam. That's been surfing the net here the last couple of days that Vietnam is starting to implement a little bit of a law stating if you're a blogger, you're a content creator, and you're visiting Vietnam on a visa, and it's not a work visa, and you're monetized and you gathering content, it can possibly show that you are violating your visa because the visa is not for work, and they look at content creating over in Vietnam at this current time. They're going to look at it as is violating their law with your visa. So you may want to check into that. I don't know if they rolled that out yet. It's in the makings, but it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be in the headline real soon about blogging in Vietnam, making content, and you are monetized. All right. So you definitely want to keep your eye on that if you're blogging. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if you're able to gather all your content. And if you're just like myself, I build memories. I am monetized, but I don't look at it as a form of income. But I gather content in that country under a visa, which is supposed to be just a tourist visa. So make sure you check into that and find out if you are within the legal law of your visa when you're out gathering content in these different countries. All right. Just want to touch bases on that. Not to scare anybody, but to have you aware. That's all I'm doing is passing on information, guys. So don't be mad at the messenger. I'm just passing on information. All right. As I said before, this is not a conversation about where to retire anymore, or if you're going to retire, where to move to, what to do, because everybody is living abroad nowadays, moving from all over the world to the different places overseas, living abroad. Now, more people are asking, can I afford to live somewhere else? That's the question that you should be asking yourself as well. Can I improve my quality of life? Now, improving quality of life for me, health as well. So if you're planning on living in another country where you think you know that your quality of life, you can improve your life health wise, mental wise, then I would say it's worth looking into. It's definitely worth looking into. Some people always choose to ask, can I stretch my retirement income living overseas or living abroad? And it also depends on how your lifestyle is, what you choose to do when you are living abroad. So you have to ask that for yourself. These are questions that normal people normally ask before they make that decision. Can I experience another culture? You know, these are things that you want to look for when you're traveling to see if you're planning on moving abroad. You want to ask yourself these questions, serious questions, and make that decision based on your life, not basing it on someone else's life. All right. Everybody's lifestyle is not the same, may be different. You know, I like a place where I'm just out the grid and like in the countryside, or I like to be able to live where there's peace and quiet, not the city life. I don't like to be hearing all the traffic and all that stuff. Some people absolutely have to have that type of environment. They like to live in the city life. They like the big city lights. They like the big city dream. I like to just visit the city. I like to go out and see, but I like to also come and wind down in the evening away from all that riffraff. So you have to pick and choose what's best for you, what you enjoy. Hey, cousin, welcome. Appreciate you. So you have to see what works best for you and go from there. Don't base your life on someone else. Travel and see the place first. See if there's somewhere that you would like to go live the rest of your life, or live half of your year as a snowbird, as they call it in Arizona. People commute from the colder climate to Arizona 6 months, and then they go back home 6 months, depending on the season. So you have to choose and see what's best for you with some of those questions that I asked earlier about what's right for you. Now, I've noticed that more people are asking these questions than ever before. And these are some of the questions. For some, it's about adventure. For others, it's about finances. And for many, it's about slowing down your life and enjoying that thing they call life. Take a step back. Enjoy life. Enjoy that next day that the Most High have provided for you, and not focusing on what other people have going on in their life. And it would make your experience living abroad so much easier. All right. So reprogram your mind when you travel. Reprogram your mind. Try not to compare where you're coming from. Like, if you're coming from the United States, you'd be like, oh man, we got this, and hey, this is better than this, or we got this and they don't have this. Just focus on what you have there and go from there. Don't try to compare, because there's no comparison from apples and oranges. We know that you can get a bad apple, you can get a bad orange. You can get a sweet apple, you can get a sweet orange. But all of it is considered as a fruit, if you want to look at it that way. All right? Way of life. Now, if money was an issue, that's my question in this area of this topic. If money wasn't an issue, what country would you move to? All right. That's a question for you guys. If money wasn't an issue, what country would you move to? What would be your dream fantasy country to move to if money was an issue? And money may not be an issue for a lot of you guys. It may be all about planning and budgeting, like we do. We ball on a budget. I plan it out like right now. We back home. We only been back about 2 months, close to 2 months. And I've already each and every day, I plan our next adventure for next year. So you have to plan. And if you're like us on fixed income, you have to budget. I don't be making it pretend like we are balling and make it seem like we're balling out. No, I let you see what we see, and we enjoy our time together traveling to these different countries. There's a lot of people, may sit back and always criticize and think that we are, making it seem like we better than others. No, we're doing what most people in the world today is doing. That's getting out, living life, seeing something different in life, and stop focusing on the Joneses and stop focusing on the negative things. All right. Because there's more to life than that. So get out and enjoy, guys. Please do. Now, one of the biggest reason people consider moving overseas is the cost of living. And I know this question comes up all the time. People say, oh, it's so much cheaper to move here. It's so much easier to move here. So much, the cost of living is so cheap. You got to understand that every place is different. You may get housing may be cheaper in one spot, but it's more expensive in another place. The food cost may be cheaper, especially eating out on the streets, than another place. But you have to check to see what's best for you, what you enjoy. Not trying to keep up with what other people do. Not trying to live that life of that other person. Just live what's life is great for you and what you enjoy. And things will definitely plan out on a great adventure. That's the way we do it. I see Europeans or foreigners or Americans, however you want to look at it. I don't try to judge and try to figure out where they're from. But when we're traveling, I see some people living, every day they out doing their things. They splurging, they spending money. They got it like that, maybe. Or some people may be stranded and maybe asking for hand-me-outs. And who knows what they went through or what's going on in their life. They may have left a country where they didn't even have what they have now. Who knows? So, but just focus on yourself and be respectful and enjoy life, point blank. I keep saying it over and over and over. It's all about being positive and enjoying the thing they call life. Now, in some countries, housing, transportation, groceries, and dining out can cost less than many parts of the United States. I'm talking about many parts of the United States. And that doesn't mean that every place is inexpensive. It really don't. As I said earlier, it doesn't mean that every place is inexpensive. It depends on the city, the neighborhood, and definitely depends on your lifestyle. If your lifestyle is expensive lifestyle, you enjoy the glamorous life, and you got that kind of money, so be it. Enjoy your lifestyle and spend your money. Don't keep telling people what they can't do or what you know they wish they can do. Just leave people alone and live your life. Point blank. Some of us not able to go out there and get that $125 dinner. Some of us may be satisfied and content with that $2 meal, but we're still living and we're happy. So I don't never try to floss and tell people that I got it like this and they don't, because as quick as God can give it to you, God can take it away. He will humble you. So stop trying to make people feel bad about their life. All right. As long as those people are healthy and they live in life and they're happy, leave them alone. Leave them alone and go on about your business. Find something else to do. But some people move overseas, guys, because they want the retirement income to go farther. That's what it all boils down to. They want their money to go farther. Why would you, if you can leave? Let's talk about it really on a serious note. Why, if you can leave where I'm gonna say your cost of living expensive is $5 to $6 grand a month, and you can take that $5 and $6 grand a month and live for a half of that, 25 to $3 grand a month, someone else, and live sometime better, or not, if not just as good. Why wouldn't you? I mean, and my number one thing is peace. I'll pay for peace. I know people gonna say, well, you live in Mexico. Mexico could be dangerous, as you said. And then there's a lot of people move to dangerous countries, such as Colombia. Philippines could be dangerous in some parts, just like any place in the world. But some countries, the whole country as a whole is pretty dangerous. United States is pretty dangerous throughout the whole country. But we still choose to be happy and content there. So you can't really base that on that. But some people enjoy when they retire, they want to leave that 9 to 5 life and go live somewhere where they can get up and move on their own pace at their own leisure time and spend less to have a great time. Point blank. That's what it's basically retirement is supposed to be. Other people simply just enjoy spending less on everyday expenses. There's no need to be out spending if you don't have to, but ball out if you got it. Ball out. Do what you do. I don't pocket watch. I ain't got it like that. I mean, if the Most High had it fit for me to be like that, He would make it like that for me, but I don't have it like that. So if you have it like that, then so be it. Hey, blessing. God bless you. The key is to research the specific country and your city that you're interested in, rather than assuming every destination is the same, guys. Search the country that you're interested in. Don't assume anything. Do your research. Don't watch 1 or 2 videos on YouTube and think that the country is just what they're showing you. That country may not be exactly what they're showing you. There's more to just in that area that they're showing you. And go visit and see for yourself. I guarantee you would enjoy seeing something that's not being shown versus showing you only the glamorous parts or showing you the nightlife, the party life. All right. Because I don't like that. I don't like that for the most part when I travel. I like seeing, historical places. I like seeing local neighborhoods if they're safe. And you might be the total opposite. We like going seeing malls, shopping areas. You might want to just go where there's parties at. You may want to just go where the expensive mall that you could say that, people can't afford to go, but you can. Who knows? Each his own, Not me. I go where I feel good at. I go where brings me joy and peace. I go where it excites me. We go where it excites me. Let me keep saying this. We, because we travel as a team. We travel as one. We are one. So when I said me, I'm actually saying us as one. Now, I got a question for you guys on just what I just elaborated and talked to you about. Would a lower cost of living motivate you to move overseas just for that simple, fact that you can live at a lower cost? Would that cause you to want to go live overseas just because it's a lower cost? Drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know if that would get you to go up and move because the cost of living is lower and cheaper. Would you do it? All right. Drop it in the comment section if that's something that would motivate you to move to another country. Now, the next topic we're going to talk about is a different pace of life, And one thing I've noticed in many countries, guys, is a different pace of life. Not everyone feels rushed. A lot of these countries that people take their time, they have the patience. That's what keeps them from having that road rage, that anxiety, that anger. Because for the most part, our Western countries, we are angry all the time, guys. All the time. I don't know if it's in the food. I don't know if it's in your soul. I don't know what it is. But I constantly, every day, see nothing but things on social media where people are angry, people showing nothing but violence, people fighting. People, it seems like people get more of a thrill out of negative stuff or more excited to see someone get hurt, whether it's falling off a cliff or getting hit in the head with something or fighting. I don't see that. I don't see that's entertaining. Me personally, I don't. I think my heart is different. That's why it don't seem entertaining to me. Like if someone sent me a video and someone's getting hurt or something of that matter, it just does. Something goes through my body to say evil, evil. And I just, don't elaborate on it. I pray about it. Like, what did I just see? Please, keep that away from me. And some people say, oh, it's an educational purpose. How is that educating? Just to show where people are angry, upset, causing violence, fighting all the time. That's not entertaining to me. That's not educational. But as I say, this world is becoming more and more negative and more evil throughout this world nowadays. So do me a favor, guys, real quick. Tap, 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 tap on the screen when you come in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching this from. Let me know if you have any questions about traveling. Or I'm going to start doing videos talking about step-by-step process if you want to move abroad or you want to travel abroad and see things in a step-by-step preparation. All right. I understand. Sure is like that because I have sent you stuff, but I think a lot of that is AI. You know what? A lot of the stuff AI, when it comes to, I want to say laughter and, like animals fighting or whatever, or something like that. But when it shows, cousin, when I see stuff like where women out in the street fighting, it's mostly all people. I really don't see any other race out fighting. They promote number. That's why we get that stereotype when we go to other countries that black people are always angry. We always fighting because we are promoting that. We're promoting that stereotype. And we go to other countries. I had my therapist to say in Vietnam that they want to visit the U.S. one day, but they're scared that they're going to get shot. They said that. And I'm like, nah, you're not going to get shot just for going there. And they said, well, I see it all the time. They always shooting. And that's what he's at. They always shooting in America. Why are they always shooting, killing these people? Why are they always killing each other? They said it just like that. And that made me think like, wow, because the people in Vietnam, they don't shoot, kill like that. You know, I'm not saying there's no crime in Vietnam, but those people love each other. They respect each other. And it's always our kind showing violence, promoting violence. And this is not a video to talk about us. It's a video just to tell you what I see when we travel. Yes, it's always us against us and promoting us against us. You just never see any other race out there on social media showing videos of them fighting one another or doing this harm to one another. No, not at all. Not at all. Or calling each other out their name or, belittling, trying to belittle each other, saying the N-word all the time. Everything come out of their mouth is the N-word. Come on, man. We got to do better. Point blank. We got to do better. Definitely. Man, that's a touchy subject for me. I just don't like to see it. I really don't. But, of course, every country is different. Not every city has the same lifestyle. And the slower the pace appeals to a lot of people. It's about finding that place that matches what you're looking for. Happiness, positivity. For me, I'm speaking about me. Happiness, positivity. Because one thing I always tell guys when I'm traveling and they talk about places, I know majority of them are talking about going to see the nightlife and party and doing things. And when another man, a male, talking about traveling and doing stuff, the first thing they think about is the women. And I always tell people, I travel with I take sand to the beach with me. And my wife is my sand. I take sand to the beach. So I don't have no reason to be going looking for no sand because I get on the beach because I take my sand with me to the beach. And I'm not looking for somewhere to drink from somebody's fountain. Let me drink my water on that. This is water, guys. It's just a cup that freezes. I got it from Las Vegas. It looks like there is beer in that, but that's water. That's water. Yeah, that's water, guys. Looking for drinking from somebody's cup because I got my own fountain to drink from, and that's mi amor. That's my wife. That's my friend. That's my number one. That's my ace boom coon. So I got a cup to drink out of, so I don't need to go and drink out of no one else's cup, and that's real talk. Now, do you prefer the fast pace? Once again, I always ask is the fast pace or big cities or a slower lifestyle? Do you prefer a fast pace or a slower lifestyle? Me, slower lifestyle, baby, because I'm not about to get my anxiety up. I'm not about to flare my PTSD up. I'm not about to flip out over what's going on. I'm going to find my peace and I'm going to sit there and mind my business, keep my back against the wall, and people watch like I always do. I love to go people watch. If you guys are following my adventure overseas, most of the time we was out walking around, getting the steps in. I always find me a place to just sit and people watch. Just observe the people and just see what kind of people going on in that area. See what they got going on in areas. I was. Donna says, slower, too old for that fast. Been there, done that. Exactly. Like all that clubbing, cousin, people how they go clubbing and be out there showing their ass or they got a street party going on. I'm not saying it's not okay every now and then to go meet with friends, but you got to pick and choose the right place to meet up with friends because all that craziness nowadays, it don't pay to be out there in the streets like that. It really doesn't. I don't know why the U.S. won't do like other countries. Other countries are investing in, malls where the people can have a place of peace and family to go and hang out. I can't tell you when the last time I've been to a mall, indoor mall in the U.S. For what I've heard, that most of the malls in the U.S. are becoming extinct. They're like deserted. Like nothing in the mall. People don't even go to the mall nowadays. So, when was the last time you guys been to a mall? Me, it's been a while. I'm talking about a serious mall in the U.S. I haven't really been to a mall in the U.S. in a long time. I'm not talking like outlet stores. I'm talking about a real mall, big mall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to any club shit. Neither am I. Neither am I. That part. To each his own. They can have that shit. I don't do that club thing. I can't watch all the people in that club. First of all, I'm not going in it. I am not, what my boy say, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I am not going. No, not at all. Yeah, I come from a party in HBCU, but I didn't have time to party. I was in that boom trying to do a little schoolwork. And the only party I had was in the boom. Yeah, they can have that. Done said, man, our mall ghost. I love to go there because ain't nothing in there and nobody. That's a good way to look at it. But haven't been in so many years. Okay. Which mall do you go to? You been to, Donna, which one you go to? The one in Hattiesburg? I know Law. I went to that one in Law. That ain't nothing there. We went there a few years back. Man, nothing. Oh, the only one? Okay. Yeah, ain't nothing there. That ain't even considered a mall. I knew growing up, we used to look at that, consider it as a mall. We was happy to go there at the mall and then get shit out of there. Happy to go there, but didn't get nothing out of there, man. That's crazy. Didn't have the funds to be. We didn't have it like that. She said, I'm just saying what I'm saying. It maybe 3 stores in there. Yeah, I seen that. Wow, that's sad. That's sad. Yeah, hey, but people too busy out there partying and not focusing on, peace, being at peace and enjoying a peaceful evening, especially like a Sunday, like other places. Sunday is the mall, everybody in the mall having dinner together, sitting down, enjoying. They may not be buying nothing, but they're walking around at peace and enjoying the family. But Donna said, but somewhere to go walk or sit now. Old folks shit. Exactly. That's the way I look at it, especially when I'm traveling overseas. I go to the mall all the time, you guys. I just go to the mall. And I like the malls overseas because they have the grocery stores in there. It's like a one-stop shop. So that's why I love the malls overseas. Now, our next topic we're going to talk about is healthcare and daily living. I know people always say, you always talk about healthcare. Health is wealth, guys. Health is wealth. Another topic people often ask me about healthcare is in the different countries. They always ask about the healthcare system. I am no guru. Let me get that disclaimer out once again. No health physician, no health guru, no fitness coach, no travel agency, or none of that. Only thing I can tell you about when it comes down to the health system in other countries is that I've been told in certain places they have some of the best healthcare around the world. Not every place we go. Thank God we haven't had to use it. We haven't had the FAFO, but I do get my health insurance before we travel. Actually, I have a couple travel health insurance I get when we're traveling, whether it's on the place we're staying at, travel through the airlines, I get theirs. Sometimes I have up to 3 or 4 health travel insurance that keep us covered at all times. There's never too much health care or travel insurance because it's always best to be safe than sorry. Whether you use it or not, some people are going to say, oh man, I just waste that money. I didn't even use that health care. Shit, you don't want to have to use the damn health care. You want it there just in case you have to. That's the reason for it. Not just because you threw away money. You want to be prepared. You want to be able to make sure that you have that covered. I would rather have it than not have it. Point blank. All right. So some offer public health care, some private, and some a combination of both. You may get a health plan in that country, especially if you're living abroad, where like here, in Mexico, we have the health care plan private, and I have the health care across the border as well. We make sure we're covered on each end, just in case. You never know. I mean, healthcare is so inexpensive in most countries, such as here in Mexico. But the problem with Mexico, I'm gonna be honest with you, is the type of healthcare you get. The service, healthcare service, is not as wonderful as you would get in the U.S. And I know a lot of people gonna say, "Oh, I thought dental and all that stuff is cheap." It is. I wear dental, all that, but you got to think about it. When you start talking about more healthcare internally, like real sickness and illness, is hands down that US is far way more advanced and have more technology and more money to cover your healthcare. Here in Mexico, they are short on physicians, on doctors and stuff like that. So to get an appointment, if you go to, just say, just for example, if you had an emergency, you show up at an emergency room here in Mexico, you might be sitting outside waiting to get in because there's so many people waiting to get in and be seen. I'm talking about emergencies. All right. So take that for what it's worth and understand that. Now, if you're thinking about moving overseas, it's important to research the healthcare options available in that country and the city that you're considering. Make sure you do homework, check that healthcare, make sure you can find out which have a better option, what it covers, and check the reviews because most of the places have a lot of reviews on what the experience that they went through. Number one thing I found that's very, very helpful, guys, when you're traveling overseas, get into some of those expat community groups and ask questions and find out what's your best options. All right. Because one person may have a bad experience, but I'm sure that those groups, expat groups, going to give you opportunity to waive your options. All right. Check those expat groups out. I joined expat group for a certain reason. If I'm looking for something and I want to get some solid information or advice throughout the expat group, most of them are pretty good. There's a lot of them that's trash, as our boy say again, trash. You want to stay away from that type of trash. You know, if you are looking for something that's going to help you, not something that's going to hurt you. All right. So check out the expat groups. I'm not promoting the expat groups, but I'm telling you what worked for me and what's been helpful. All right. Now, healthcare is one of the many factors to think about, along with housing, transportation, and community. Living overseas isn't just about finding a beautiful place. It's about making sure it fits your everyday needs. Now, when I sit down, I think about these live, when I talk to you guys about a one-on-one basis, I'm talking to you guys from experience. I'm talking to you guys from the heart. I'm not just telling you something that someone else told me. I'm telling you what I know, what I have experienced, and hopefully it can help some of you guys make a travel decision and be able to travel freely and travel safely. So check out my videos over on my main YouTube channel, Loving Freedom. That's Loving Freedom, just like it says, spelled Loving Freedom, Loving, Freedom, Freedom. And also our backup travel channel, Pura Vida, Pura Vida, Vida. And you'll see a lot of my travel videos on those two channels. All right. Make sure you check them out. Now, one of the greatest rewards of living abroad is experience another culture. That's the number one. That's what most of us travel for, to experience another culture. Trying local foods, learning customs, meeting people from different backgrounds, celebrating local holidays, which we don't. We don't celebrate holidays even. We don't even celebrate our own holidays. Every day is a holiday. Every day is a blessing when we wake up. So we don't celebrate holidays. It's a blessing. It's a holiday within itself to live to see another glorified day. Amen. These experiences can change the way you see the world, guys. It definitely can. It can make you or break you. It'll definitely open up your eyes. It'll definitely open up your eyes and let you see what the world has to offer you. Don't just settle and keep yourself trapped inside that main little hamster wheel type lifestyle, or in that looking just in that box. Travel, and in travel to understand that there's more to life than just being inside that one confined area. All right. Open your mind up, expand your thoughts, and live free. Don't be trapped within inside your own mind. Don't be programmed. Program yourself. Unprogram and reprogram, pretty much. You don't have to give up being an American to appreciate another culture either. You're going to always be American if you're born in America. You're going to always be American. All right. And be proud that you are American, such as myself. First thing I get when I travel most places there, you from? You from Africa or whatever? No, I am from the United States of America. I am not from Africa. I'm a United States citizen. I'm from the United States of America. That's what I always tell them. And I say it with pride. I've served my country. I've seen other countries during my time of serving. And I really didn't want to be no part of anything else but an American. Point blank. Cousin, Donna said, cousin, me neither. Since my mom and brother gone and son, a big boy, it's not the same. I heard that. Yeah, it's not the same. So, yeah, I can relate, cousin. I can relate. What's that? My nephew. Shout out to my nephew. What's going on with you, Marcus? He said, you from the cornfield. You got that right. You got that right, from the field. Yes, sir. From the cornfield. Shout out to you, nephew. What's up with your nephew? Blessing. God bless you. Appreciate you. You got that right, from the cornfield. Always. Yes, sir. Represent, traveling around the world, represent the cornfield. Out there chasing the paper. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Hey, that's what you always do. I ain't mad at you. You know how to go get it, boy. I ain't lying. You know how to go get it. Now, that's what I'm talking about. You stack it. And I know we're going to see you out here traveling the world soon and enjoying that thing called life. Take your family, man, and go see some things. That's right. Fill that paper up, take your family and go see some things. That's what it's all about. Donna said, not even birthdays, because every day is a birthday blessing to wake up. Amen. Amen to that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's your cousin Donald right there. Donald, we call it Donald Rankin, but you're Donald Gray. Shout out to my nephew right there, Margaret. That's Donna, if you're in the chat still, that's Charles' son right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, I talked to you about Marcus before he was asking who he was. But yes, sir, that's him. Big boy. That's family right there. Everybody in the chat right there, that's family, y'all. That's love right there. In fact, traveling often gives us a greater appreciation from home, from where we're coming from, as Marcus just stated, my nephew said, better understanding other ways of life. You know, I came from the SIP. I came from the SIP. What they say, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Me, I'm still where I left that from, but I'm just seeing things a lot different. Okay, Donna, I just see things a lot different. I'm not no better than where I come from. I have bettered myself. I made myself better in life, but I'm no better than where I come from. That's my roots. You know, each and every day I thank the Most High for my parents, especially my dad. Shout out to my dad, you know, holding it down, providing for us, you know, shit, man, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, when somebody say, man, you just like your daddy, you look just like, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm just like my pops. You got that right. Yeah, good-hearted person, loving person. And now let me take a little bit back. I wish I had some of his excellence. As far as, you know, not giving out, you know, he's tight. He's tight. I need to be, I wish I had picked up some of those, being tight the way he is. He don't splurge. But yeah, as you say, yeah, talk about the GOAT. You got that right. He is definitely the GOAT. Yeah. He definitely the GOAT, guys. My dad is, my dad held it down. I don't care what nobody say, you know. I'm gonna get off subject a little bit. I had a cousin, Kenny, bless his soul, God rest in peace. He used to say, uh, your dad know the house paid for, right? That was an inside joke because my mom always used to tell him that he got to pay the mortgage and stuff like that because it was hard getting money out of it. And it was like 20 some 30 some years. And he was always saying, uh, your dad know the house paid for, right? Because my mom could tell him anything and he still give him the money because he wanted to make sure that house was paid for and he kept that property. And that's what I shout out to my pops. Shit, my pops wasn't playing no games. That's what's up. Yes, sir. But I'm gonna ask you guys this question once again. What's one country you always wanted to visit and live in? Drop it in the comment section. What country that you have always wanted to visit or live in? Drop it in the comment section and let me know. And there's plenty of them. There's a lot of countries on my bucket list that I want to go visit. Not saying that I want to probably live in them, but there's a lot of them I want to visit, guys. There's a lot more countries besides the 18 countries I visit. There's many more I want to visit. All right. I'm going to also state this, guys. Traveling abroad, living abroad is not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone. I also want you to keep in mind that the conversation is balanced. It's always going to be some pros and cons to living abroad versus living in America. So many people decide to leave America, but so many people end up coming back to America. Point blank. Point blank. As I always tell people, like when I was in the Marine Corps, I was in communication. And I used to always tell people, you can talk about us, but you can't talk without us. That's the same way about America. You might be talking about us right now, talking about America, but you can't talk without us because you wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Vice versa. That's like me. You may talk about me, but you can't talk without me. What that means, you can't, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have nobody to talk about, hate on. And I call it hate. People, there ain't nobody hating on you. To me, if you're not sharing love or you're not promoting positivity or you're not supporting, then it's hate. That's how I look at it. It's hate in your heart because you're not showing love. All right. I love everybody. I can love you from a distance, but I'm still going to have nothing but love for you. That's positive. Man, my vibe's always positive on a positive note, nothing but love. I got nothing but love for you, honey. I got nothing but love for you, baby. That's me. Nothing but love. Family, friends, and foe. I got nothing but love for you. All right. Now, living overseas isn't the right choice for everyone, as I said earlier. Some people miss family. Some people really miss family when they living overseas abroad. Me, long as I can reach out and I know everybody's okay and pray for them, I'm good. Now, when I was younger, I was bitter. I left and I left Jackson State, went into the Marine Corps, and I was in that mindset that I never wanted to come back home. I never wanted to come back to the United States. That's why I kept extending in Okinawa, Japan for many, many years. On 6 years, I kept extending. I did not want to leave that island. I didn't want to leave Japan. I had gave up on living. I didn't even make contact with my family. They didn't know where I was at. They didn't know when I was deployed. They didn't know the military. They never had a problem with me telling people where we would get deployed to because I didn't communicate with my family like that. They didn't know if I was dead or alive. I do recall the only way I found out about my grandmother passed. Red Cross sent the message over the television in Japan, and I was watching TV that day. No, someone came and told me that they needed me to get in touch with Red Cross because I had a family emergency. And then I reached out to Red Cross, and Red Cross told me that my grandmother had passed and I need to get back stateside. That was the only reason why I made contact back with my family. Sad, but it's true. But I'm going through some things, and I still go through things time to time, but with the Most High being my first priority each and every day, it have helped me a lot. not just medication, mental health medication or any of that, but the Most High, having a spiritual heart of showing love and positivity has helped me a whole lot. Really has. A lot of people don't like to hear that. A lot of people don't like to talk about positive things. That's why you'll see more support nowadays from a negative person, because that's the type of stuff they like. You'll see more support from negative people, negative things, because that's the type of things that people enjoy. That tells you a lot about that person. It tells you a lot about this world today, because you will see right now, not just on social media. Get out today and walk around and look. Find yourself a spot and just observe people like I do. And watch how, and it depends on where you're at as well. Watch how the people are. Watch how rude some people are. Watch how angry people are. And then understand that you are not in the right environment if you are surrounded by nothing but negativity. You need to do some adjustments in life, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You need to make a move, bust a move real quick. And that's what I do. As soon as I get into a place and I feel that vibe is not there, I'm moving. I'm relocating. I'm shooting. I'm getting out of there. I don't care if it's around family, friend, or whatever it is. If I feel like there's some negativity in that room and in that area, I am moving. I'm getting away from it. I don't want those negative. I got enough my own spirits within myself that I try to work on to get rid of. You know, we all have spirits within us, but you got to make sure that's good spirits and that's bad spirits. The number one spirit for me I love is positivity and love. And I don't think people talk about them enough. That's what I try to provide. Now, moving to another country also means adapting to new laws, customs, and sometimes a new language. Point blank, I love picking up different languages. Donna said, these people be so damn angry, negative, and mad all at the same time. You ain't lying. Hate life. They even hate themselves. They even hate themselves. That's all that energy that they hang around. That shows you what type of people, the crowd that they hang with. That'll tell you a lot about a person. That tells you a lot. Guys, you might not believe it. I'm not no saint or nothing like this. For me, I can go on a live and I can see a group of people on a live, and the energy from the people, I can feel their energy through the live and know right then that it's negative, nothing love in their heart. I can feel the negativity and I have to move. I can't sit there and do that. I can't be on there. Something just tell me that's not right for you. Don't be looking at that. Move on. Find something more positive to look at, or find something that's going to make, your happiness a lot better. Point blank. That's just how I do it. I don't know how you guys do it, but I don't watch negative stuff. I don't involve myself in a lot of negative things out there in the world, social media, via physically. I don't. Yeah, exactly. For no damn reason. Mad at the world for no damn reason. Pitiful. They're just pitiful. As Shaq would say, they pitiful. Shit. Donna said, I go to their page and feel it and will stop following you with no explanation. Yeah. I've been doing that. Actually, cousin. The last couple of days I did that. And I felt so much better because they shit would keep popping up on my feed. That's why I asked my wife the other day, I said, how the hell this person keep popping up on my shit and I already done, stop following them or not recommending something, telling them that it's nothing I want them interested in, and they still, that's nothing but the devil. I try to stay away from that stuff. Get on. I spray them with that bitch, be gone. Point blank. Every country has its challenges. That's why I always encourage people to do their own research before making a life-changing decision, guys. I always tell people that. What works for one person may not work for you. So, could you see yourself living outside the U.S. for 1 year just for the experience, guys? Drop it in the comment section below. Let me know. Can you see yourself living outside of U.S. for 1 year just to gain the experience, to see how other people live around the world? I'm eager to know what you guys' thoughts about that. So drop it in the comment section. Send me a message. Go into my YouTube channel, watch some of the videos, and leave a comment on it and let me know how you feel about some of the countries that we visit. All right. Let me know if there's some places that you would like to visit. If those places we visit are some places that you would like to visit here in the near future or have visited. All right. Now I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Donna said the next step is blocked. I heard that. You got that right. I try not to block people, but some people just don't get it. Some people just don't get it. They don't want to get it. They just evil, and they heart is not in the right place. So that's the last resort, cousin. You got that right. Block is the next step. Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to remind you guys once again, my YouTube channels, Loving Freedom and Pura Vida. Make sure you guys go over there and check those travel videos out on both of those channels. Subscribe to the channel, please. Don't just go over there and look, browse it. Stop by, show some love. It don't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. Follow me here on this page, TikTok, and make sure you go over and follow me for my showcase store on my other TikTok, my main page, Loving Freedom, 1 E and 1 M. Check me out on the TikTok shop. There may be some things that I talk to you guys about that you may be interested in, some of the supplements, exercise equipment, or anything in general. If it's not there, let me know. I'll do my best to get it put in there and find you a better deal. All right. So make sure you check out the TikTok showcase store as the link to, as Donald just put down there, at Loving Freedom at TikTok showcase. That's where it's at. Go over there and check it out. If I repost the video, I'll try to put the link to the showcase in the comment section, guys, because they won't allow it here. But if you go and type it in TikTok that way, what Donna just put down there. Once again, shout out to my moderator, Donna. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody that's came in on the chat today. Donna is awesome. That's my my birthday twin / my cousin. Number one, hands down. You know, we talk every day. When we don't talk, we already know we have a full day ahead of us. They must have something going on, but it's not going to be too many days that we go by not reaching out to see what each other got going on. And that's the kind of love I receive from her. And I try my best to give her that. I love that unconditionally, but I will get in her ass when she needs me to. Because she needs that from time to time. Right, cousin? Shout out to her. Shout out to Donna, baby D. All right, guys. But I want to thank everyone for spending their morning, as always, with me here on this live. I hope today's discussion gave you something to think about. Remember that this wasn't about convincing anyone to leave the U.S. It's not about convincing anybody to leave the U.S. Is giving you that opportunity to know that you have choices in life to make, to travel, to see other things. Basically, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's about exploring why Americans choose to build a life overseas. The fact that you can consider when you're making that decision. Find out what's best for you. Make that decision based on something that's going to be beneficial to you first. You got to take care of yourself first. Health is wealth. Remember that. Donna said, you stay on my ass. You the big cousin. You got that right. I have to. If I don't, who will? Besides your brothers, I know they tell you about yourself. You need that time to time, girl, because your ass is crazy, for real. When she say she's special and she famous, yeah, in her own way, believe that. Y'all head over there and check out some of her social media platforms. You'll see what I'm talking about. Point blank. Crazy, special. A special type of crazy, for real, though. Love it to death. But if you enjoy real travel experience, honest conversation about living abroad and practically travel tips, then I love for you to join me on my YouTube channels, as I said before, and let's grow, let's travel together so you guys can see through my eyes as we travel amongst the countries and bring you guys some boots on the ground type of experience and let you enjoy things that you may be willing to do. Because hopefully here in the next year or so, you guys going to see us with my Ace Boone Coon there My cousin, her and her husband, we'll be traveling some places. We're gonna take them out and show them some places throughout the different countries, and hope they enjoy, they get that peaceful mind, they get their mind away from some of that rat race that's been going on throughout their life in that uh, United States of America. Yeah, you are 100% certified. You got that right. I can vouch to that. All right. I can vouch for that. So today, if today's live was helpful to you guys, do me a favor, do a small favor. Follow this page once again. Follow my main TikTok page, Love and Freedom, 1E1M. Share this live, share every live. As always, I ask you guys, all you have to do me a favor, guys. You don't know this, but this is a hidden gem and it does help. Share the live. You don't have to actually send this live to nobody. Just copy the live. Go and say share and copy the link. Just hit it and copy it. That's considered as a share. Try it right now. Go where it says share, copy it, and then the live is going to be considered shared. All right. Go ahead and do that for me right now. I'm going to do it myself right now just to show you guys. Copy the link. And it shows that I shared the live. And all I did was copy the link, guys. You see how easy that was? Copy the link. Just go down below and just hit the share button and then hit copy. You can do that as many times, and that help pushes the live out to more people. So do me a favor right now, along with tapping on the screen, hit copy the link. Hit copy the link. Basically, that's what it's doing. It's sharing the live. So just hit copy the link and it shares the live. Basically, it's putting it out there to more people. I appreciate you. Every time you come in, do that for me. Tap on the screen and share the live. Just hit the share, copy, and it's going to share. You can hit share and share it as many times you want. You don't have to hit copy the link because, oh, okay, cool. So just hit share. Okay, I did not know that. Now she just taught me something. So every time you just hit share, okay. Well, no, you got to still say copy. You got to hit copy link after you hit the share. On my end, that's what it's telling me. Do it from yours. Let me see, cousin, because mine's telling me to hit copy and then it'll show that I shared it. Yeah, that's something new. It's not doing it on my end. I just have to hit the share and then hit copy. All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I went over time that I normally try. Let's see, mine don't. I can hit share and hold and let me see it before I get out of here. You teaching me something new. So did you have to hit copy once you hit the share? You had to hit copy link, didn't you? I think you have to hit copy link. It's not going to share. Nope. Oh, okay. You didn't have to. Okay. Well, mine's. Wow. Okay. All right. You taught me something. Mine's not doing it, but you say so. Yours do it. You must have that special. You have that special type of. You have that special type over there because I can't do it. I hit share and go to message. Nope. I hit share and go to messenger. Hit share and go to messenger. Well, just hit share and copy link. That's it's different. It's the same thing. You still got to do another thing. Just hit share, hit the share and copy link, and you don't have to send it nowhere. Just share and copy link, share and copy link, share and copy link. That's better that way, I think. TikTok recognizes it better that way. Share and copy link. Just hit the share button and then hit the copy link. You don't have to send it nowhere. No, you don't have to paste it. You don't have to paste it anywhere. It's going to automatically give you credit that you shared it. Just hit the share and then hit the copy link, but you don't have to send it anywhere. You don't have to paste it nowhere else. Just hit the link, share, and hit copy. And it's going to post on here that you shared it, even though you didn't post it nowhere else. That's a hack. You're not sharing it to nowhere. You're just going to hit the share and copy link. You're not going to put it anywhere else. And then just hit the share again, copy link. Hit the share again, copy link as many times you want. Just hit share, copy link. And you're not going to put it anywhere. It's just showing that TikTok, that's just showing that like you shared the link. You don't have to really share it to anybody. Nope, you don't have to share it to anybody. It's basically saying that you're sharing it, but you're really not sharing. That's why people have on their live, they have 200,000 or 300,000, sometimes 100,000, whatever. Like they've been shared it up. It's not actually been shared to all those people. They just sharing it, hitting the share, and hitting the copy link, and it's gonna make it seem like you shared it, basically. And it's gonna show down there in the live that you shared it. Yep, simple as that, cousin. They be lying. They don't be sharing it to people. Just like tapping. Tapping gets it out to view more people on live. Just tap, 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 tap. That's why they sell those fake tappers where you can put on your phone and it taps itself. But TikTok is trying to ban that to show that they're getting multiple taps like that. Yep, most definitely. It is crazy, but that's how it is. Social media. That's social media. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here on this note. And remember, love more, travel more, stress less. The world is bigger than we sometimes realize. And every journey teaches us something new. All right, remember that. God bless you. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning live at 5. I love you. God love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Until the next one. Bye now. Peace. One love. And Donna said, mind your own damn business. Goddamn business. You got that right, cousin. She said that. Girl, bye. Vámonos, Donna.